Speaking of which, SimpliSafe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 40% off a new system and a free camera at simplisafe.com/holiday. That's 40% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. SimpliSafe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplisafe.com/holiday for 40% off and a free camera today.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech for your business. Save big on the latest computers powered by Intel Core processors for your small business. And don't forget to shop servers, storage, and thousands of top brand electronics, all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
8:07. Let's get an update on the roads at our Team Hochberg Traffic Center with Jim.
Metra is reporting a delay on the Union Pacific West line. The train due at Ogilvie downtown at 8:08. Stop near West Chicago due to freight train interference. In southwest suburban Darien, there's a crash at 75th and Cass. Inbound Kennedy Expressway, scattered delays start at Cumberland. Travel time is 28 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 21. Inbound Eisenhower, delays begin at St. Charles. Travel time is 42 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 31. On the Stevenson, 31 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. The Ryan runs 21 minutes, 95th to downtown. Eastbound Reagan Tollway, a crash near 59 cleared. Northbound Tri-State, the ramp to the outbound Ike is heavy. That's traffic. I'm Jim Telemonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. In our AM 560 Weather Center, meteorologist Steve Williams.
Sunny to partly cloudy. It'll be a mild day. High today 53. Increasing cloudiness tonight, low 37. Clouds and rain by tomorrow afternoon, high 44. Periods of rain and snow on Saturday. Could see a coating to an inch. The high Saturday 41. I'm Steve Williams on AM 560, The Answer.
34 at O'Hare, 29 in Aurora. Your next news update is at 8:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560, The Answer, online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, on TuneIn, iHeart, and radio.com. This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, I remember a time 2 years ago when then candidate Pritzker was running for governor, obviously, against Bruce Rauner, and he campaigned on making veteran homes safe. This after 12 people died from Legionnaire's disease at the Quincy VA.
The obligation we have to these heroes and to their families is sacred. And to have that obligation so thoroughly neglected is an unconscionable moral failing. This is incompetence. It is gross mismanagement. This is what happens when a governor refuses to take charge.
So has Governor Pritzker taken charge? No. 32 are dead. 32 veterans have lost their lives due to COVID at the VA facility in LaSalle. Hundreds of others have been sickened by COVID, as well as staff members.
These tragic losses serve as a stark and painful example of what happens when community spread is rampant.
So he's blaming community spread for this tragic loss of life. I mean, think about it. 32 of our war heroes who fought for our freedoms died because of COVID, and it could have been prevented. With more on this, let's welcome back to the program Sergeant Alan Lynch, Medal of Honor recipient, chairman of the Alan Lynch Medal of Honor Veterans Foundation. Good morning, Sergeant. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, Amy?
Good. So what happened, and how did we or the governor let this happen?
Well, first let me get off the table that we are a nonpartisan group. We don't care about politics. What we care about is the treatment of our veterans. And this tragedy is clearly an absolute failure in leadership from the director of the Department of Veteran Affairs all the way down to the director of the Illinois Veterans Home.
Well, I listened to the director of Veterans Affairs for the state of Illinois, and they asked her 4 times, hey, did you inform the governor about this? And the bottom line is she didn't tell him that this was going on.
Yeah.
So he didn't know.
You know, this is what happens when you have a politician who is only interested in covering her own, shall we say, behind.
Alan, my name is Sean Thompson. I want to tell you what an honor it is to speak to you. When you won your Medal of Honor, I believe it was for your service in 1967. That's the year I was born, so I don't pretend to have the gravity of exactly what you did. However, I did lose, my family lost the best of our family in that same war. So it kind of changed the perspective of my family. And I was raised under the idea of to question more than obey. In your lifetime, you've seen this from your service all the way through. Isn't this just what politicians do?
Yeah, it is.
So
and the saddest thing about this is all that had to happen was for the director to do something simple like, get a daily report of COVID cases in all of the veterans' homes that she has. And when you see a spike, you take immediate action to stop it, to do what is necessary, whatever that might be. From my knowledge, she has not even personally gone to these veterans' homes.
It's disgraceful. Alan, it appears to me, and has for many years, that the bravest men in our country are really controlled by the most incompetent and cowardice in our country. Do you think that maybe there's been a kind of a light shined on that as you see this? Because there was some minor gains and successes under President Trump. And I'm curious to know, do you think that there's going to be an elimination of this Rube Goldberg mechanism that you all must abide by? It seems very complex to me and very, very political.
Sadly, the military is getting more and more political. It's disgusting. The military is there to do one thing. It is there to keep us free from foreign aggression. That's it. We're there to fight. We're not there to be politicians. We're not there to have political generals. Not there to check boxes off as to, do they fit political correctness. We need the best people in charge of our military, not someone who happens to come in and, just gets a box check because they're the right, political makeup.
Yeah, well, let's go back to the VA facility because I had learned through Paul Bryan, who is part of your organization, that there was no soap, shampoo, or razors for some of these veterans that were living in that facility. I mean, politicians keep telling us to wash our hands. If they don't have soap, what are they going to wash their hands with?
Not only when they did the investigation, and again, you go back to the director. And as soon as you have this crisis, why wasn't she leading by making sure? I mean, I'm the director. I've got a number of nursing homes. It's my responsibility. And what does she do? She goes, it's not appropriate for me to go out there. Really? You don't want to go out and inspect your own nursing homes?
Well, was she afraid of COVID? What was her excuse?
From what I understand, it was inappropriate for her to go because of the lockdown. But yet you have staff members at these nursing homes that leave every day after their shift and go home and do whatever they do. And she's not going to go out there as a director and lead from the front. That's what you learn in the military.
And we're talking about Director Linda Chapa Lavia. And I think she should be replaced immediately. There's no excuse for that. But just tell us about the conditions that some of these veterans were living in.
They're not able to get out because of the lockdown. So some of these veterans have no soap, no denture creams, no ability to clean themselves, nothing. So the LaSalle County Veterans Assistance Commission is conducting a drive to get them the things that they need. And the Lynch Foundation and the Tawani Foundation have both provided $3,000 apiece total of $6,000 to the LaSalle County VAC to provide these necessaries to the veterans. Now we find out they don't even have cable. What? Now,
and the person that the Taiwanese group, that's Colonel Jennifer Pritzker. That's Pritzker's cousin.
That's Colonel Jennifer Pritzker. Yeah.
Good.
Looks
for her.
great in a miniskirt. Alan, I got to ask you a question. Since the beginning of military action, mental health of our soldiers has been something that there's never really been a significant treatment for. You've seen it. They just changed the name from shell shock to PTSD. Over the last 20 years of the Middle East, these kids seem to be, I remember before COVID hit, 25 a day were taking their lives. Is this just not getting the attention because of COVID and their inability to help veterans? What is there a plan to maybe help these kids as we keep producing them year after year after year?
Well, it comes in, the whole lockdown has caused stress not only on veterans, but on kids staying home from school. They're not able to associate with their friends. You know, this lockdown has caused an increase in suicide, in post-traumatic stress disorder, panic attacks. All of these things are hitting not only our veterans, but across the board. Kids are having a myriad of problems. Kids need other kids. And these veterans that are locked down, imagine yourself, you're in a nursing home where you expect to have some treatment. You expect to be safe, at least from COVID, because you have staff that are supposed to be doing their job, and then you find out that the staff doesn't even change gloves or wash their hands between treatments, which is evidently what the VA found, the Department of Veteran Affairs found when they did an inspection at the LaSalle home. Then you find out that the hand sanitizer has no alcohol.
So it's the faulty hand sanitizer, the cheap one. So, but here's the thing. I mean, so how can people donate to your organization? Because, I mean, if it's going on in LaSalle, where else is this going on?
Well, that's the thing is we have found a couple of things. And we were just told recently that LaSalle Veterans Home doesn't even have cable TV. So these guys basically have to sit there, ladies have to sit there, and what do? Prisoners in prison get cable. I'm real tired of people calling us heroes. The heroes at the Veterans Home. The heroes. You know what? If we're heroes, how about here's an idea. How about when we go to a Veterans Home, we get treated like that?
And isn't the real argument with the politician who has refused to fund this? The people would be more than happy to see you get this, and they would be willing to contribute it. But the one who has really caused this issue is the incompetent politician who pays for his driver but not for your cable.
Exactly.
So, are you able to send
excuse for what is? I'm sorry.
No. Finish your sentence. I'm sorry for interrupting.
There's no excuse for what's going on here. But the Department of Veteran Affairs has always been a place where, and this goes right across the board. I've been doing this, since a long time. Every governor, Republican, Democrat, the Department of Veteran Affairs is a place where you dump leadership that you basically have no other place to send.
So
and
where
COVID,
incompetence gets promoted.
Yeah. Exactly.
And COVID, it's the highest risk age group and the highest risk setting. And I had heard that 5 infected staff members who were asymptomatic went back to work because nobody else was going to work. I mean, that's colossal incompetence right there.
Exactly.
So how can we help out? People that are listening, how could they help out?
They can go to our website. And we have a number of programs, Ellen Lynch Medal of Honor Veterans Foundation or A.J. Lynch Foundation. We have a means of donating. We're looking at other veterans' homes now to see if they have the same needs as the LaSalle home. And, again, we're trying to this is a work in progress. We took some immediate action.
Yeah. Are you able to get people in because of COVID? Can you find out if they're in need of soap and denture cream and razors?
Well, we are working with the LaSalle County Veterans Assistance Commission. They basically said to us, if you send us the money, we can get the product and we can get it directly into the veterans. My fear, and having worked, for the state of Illinois for a number of years before retiring, my fear is that if we just sent stuff to the LaSalle home, I question whether it would actually get into the hands of the veterans. So we're working with the LaSalle Veterans Assistance Commission, and they're kind of running that part of it.
Doesn't it make you want to storm the VA? Wearing PPE, of course, and handing out soap and toiletries and telling them that we love them and we appreciate them. I can't even imagine the isolation that they feel.
Yeah, there's people that want to bring, one of our board members wanted to bring cookies and stuff down and see if he could get in. And I said, you've got to work it through the LaSalle County VAC.
Why do you think there's a lack of attention on this by the mainstream media? I mean, this should be on ABC. This should be on CBS and NBC.
This should be on network news.
Yeah.
It concerns the veterans, and we're just not important after we've served our country.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sergeant Alan Lynch. Thank you so much for all that you do. Medal of Honor recipient, of course, for the lives that you saved in Vietnam. And if you'd like to help out, where do we go again? To the Alan Lynch Medal of Honor
Lynch,
Veterans Foundation?
Veterans Foundation, yeah.
A.J. Lynch Veterans Foundation. All right. Thank you so much, Sergeant. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Before you see it on TV, share it on Facebook, or read about it in the paper, hear it here first. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm Dan Proft.
And I'm Amy Jacobson.
And if you're a small business owner or you make the marketing or advertising decisions for a business, then listen up. Once again, our annual Food for the Poor campaign is underway to raise money to feed families in Latin America who are suffering because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our friends at Food for the Poor are working with partners on the ground at feeding centers to provide emergency food relief. And here's how your business can be part of the solution.
Become a Food for the Poor business benefactor. Just make a $2,500 tax-deductible donation to Food for the Poor, and AM 560 will give you 40 60-second commercials to air here on AM 560 The Answer between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday to Friday at no additional cost to you.
To take advantage of this deal, just call Anjanette Natowski, 847-472-8951. Again, that's 847-472-8951, or go to